this more of what you were looking for today in your team's performance overall?
Yeah, just finishing. We had talked about that all week. We have a chance to put a team away, put them away. So I was glad to see that we improved on that from week 1 to week 2.
What was your overall assessment of the defense compared to last week?
Better. You know, gave up that big run early, and that's a dynamic back. He's one of the better players we played against all year. But got the adjustment. You know, I thought Pete brought a lot of energy. Gary Moore brought a lot of energy, and so it was good to see them really rally in the second half.
Last week we talked a lot about killer instinct. At one point it was 17-14 and 24-17, and then you all got a lot of points. Is that the killer instinct you were looking for?
Yeah, just when you have a chance to put a team away, we knew if we got them out of that ball control running they like to do, they'd have a hard time keeping up with our offense. So we felt momentum turning, and the guys kept going, and we got it done this week.
What do you think about Braden today? He had some tackles. Seemed like he played a lot better today.
He did. That first game had some jitters. Went away from some of his technique and assignment at times, but came back, and I thought it was disruptive for most of the day.
How much difference did it make having a feedback from the defense?
It made a lot based upon his energy, his toughness. He brings some intangibles to the field that are hard to replace.
DeAndre had a couple big runs that looked like he had a couple design things from the inside. It was just getting the ball from where that wanted to.
It was great. He does a great job. They were loading the box once again, but we forced him in there. He made some guys miss and broke some tackles like he always does, and did a great job carrying the rock and protecting it. Talked about just finishing the game. That's something we never did last year. We didn't do it last week, so it was good to see us take that step this week. And obviously, our competition steps up tremendously next week on the road with a great SEC team. And, so we'll have to get better this week.
Jakeem really set the tone early, didn't he, with his performance?
He did. He's been doing that all through camp. Talked about this week about his maturity on and off the field that I've seen. The leadership, the way he's practiced, the way he's worked. It's like a different guy than the first couple years we were here. So hopefully that continues, and that'll help us.
Coach, do you feel confident now saying that last week was probably an anomaly, a fluke, so to speak?
I don't know. I mean, that was a good offense. It was a good team, number one FCS team in the country. They did some great things schematically that they took advantage of. And like I said, it's 59-31. You know, you're in the third quarter, you don't close out the deal and kind of hang around, let them score 2 late touchdowns. So I was just glad to see improvement from week 1 to week 2 that we did.
What do you see from your young receivers late? It seems like they had a couple good catches in them. It's a good time for them.
We've been trying to get them going. Tony Brown has the ability, just has to get used to the tempo of the game. Same with Jonathan Giles, Kiki. All those guys are tremendous athletes. That's why we're not redshirt. They can all play. They just have to believe they can play and continue to understand our system.
Only 3 penalties and 1 turnover is 2-0. It's got to be more like I was looking for, right?
That's it. That's been the key. I've said it. I mean, y'all get tired of me saying it. That's been the key. The first 2 years why we lost a bunch of games, where we lost those battles, penalties and turnovers. And so if we can continue to win that battle, we'll give ourselves a chance.
You seem really interested defensively in that possession to start the fourth quarter, where you were able to hold them to a field goal. Was that kind of a defining moment for the game for the defense for you when they were able to do that?
They fought so hard at that point. I just wanted them to finish the deal, finish that second half, and they did. They stood up, and held them to 3, and it was a big momentum deal for us.
Early in the game, Pat got hit several times, and then you call it screen pass to Justin. A couple of questions. One, if you go with the screen, was that basically on the script, or if you go with it because the rush had been pretty effective to that point? 2, about the execution of it.
Yeah, more. They were bringing a lot of pressure. They were twisting, stunning. You could tell they were selling out to get to them. So we thought it was a good time to call the screen. And it just timed up. Guys blocking outfield did a tremendous job. And he slipped. Justin did a good job finding him. You know, when he gets in open space, nobody's catching him.
It looked like Justin Murphy played an awful lot today. When I was looking at him, he looked pretty good. I guess his development's still going pretty good.
It is. And a lot of his was mental. Just understanding, keeping your composure. Understanding what we're trying to accomplish offensively, but he's a big, bruising type guy. He loves physicality, and so mentally, we just got to keep bringing him along.
How do you feel about your team's preparedness for now? What's perceived as a very tough three-game stretch of what we saw about the season coming up?
Yeah, I feel like we've gotten better from week 1 to week 2, and that's really all you can ask for at this point. And so we need to make that next stride from week 2 to week 3. But those are 3 tremendous teams, and we'll prepare for Arkansas and see if we can continue to improve.
How much do you like the defensive performance in the second half, given that Aaron Jones was
I don't really look into it like that. Aaron Jones is a tremendous player. I felt awful that he got hurt, but I felt our effort throughout the second half when we started even rotating in some backups. Those guys kept playing hard and kept swarming in football.
Someone said on Twitter that you went kind of soft him out Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's a tremendous player. Like I said, I hate to see those young people that have careers like that moving forward have that happen, but you still want to keep his head up, things like that.
But you talk about this big jump from week 1 to week 2. What specifically did you see this week improve, and what are you looking for to improve next week?
The biggest deal was just finishing the game. Offensively, we limited our penalties. I thought last week, too many times we were putting ourselves in 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20 type situations. Protecting the football and just close the deal. That was kind of the mantra all week, was when you have an opportunity to close the deal, close the deal.
And moving forward for next week?
I'll worry about that tomorrow.
What do you think of your kickoff coverage, considering that the goal is to get us at 6 seconds to the house?
Yeah, Coach Shedd challenged those guys in that unit that we were going to kick to them, and they flew down there. And I think average starting position looked like it was inside the 25 for most of the day, which was good. And Taylor, with the wind, has put it through the end zone, and a couple times into the wind, put it through the end zone. So he's done a tremendous job on kickoffs.
Anything else for Coach?
By and large, you were pleased with his past performance today and what he was able to do?
Not bad. He a couple of throws he missed where he was kind of freestyling when he was there, standing there and be strong and be a quarterback. And so it's just gotta when it's there, stand in there and make the throw. When you got to get out and do that stuff, then you get out and do it. And so that just comes with more and more reps.
And does that speak to Davis Webb's kind of how people feel about him around the team, the way the team responded to him after his
no doubt. I can't say enough about him. Every week he gets limited reps on some of the more complicated plays, some of the game plan plays. And we go out there Thursday, and when the ones are done, the twos go, and he executes them like he did it all week. And he goes out here and he was 100% on his reads, did everything exactly right, and that's just a credit to him, the way he prepares and the type of player he is.